Well. Welcome back, everybody. As you saw from the time lapse, we expanded the miner and then kept going for a little bit. I mined until day 400, and we got 45 pieces of ancient debris, plus the ones we'd already found, so plus 7 more. So we found 52 pieces of ancient debris, almost a stack. Almost, not quite. Let's get this smelted up though. And while that is smelting, we will talk about the plan for today's episode. Which honestly, I don't know what we're gonna do. No, we need to, maybe we can try and get the floor, like the base layer of the Parthenon in. And then maybe we can go raid some ocean monuments, because I want to drain all that below that. I'm hoping there's a slime chunk under there, because I'd like to put a slime chunk, or a slime farm, under the Parthenon. I know I could, I think so eventually, now that we're here, I know there's a slime chunk here. Okay, yeah, this thing's definitely getting torn out. I'm putting a slime farm down here. This is ridiculous. Putting a slime farm down here, and I'm gonna try and light up caves. It's already halfway dug out. I can just put it right below the city and then figure some lore behind it. Why does that dog look so dark? Okay, anyways, back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I could go out there and do that too. How's it going, guys? I know I haven't been up here in a while. I'm just coming to say hi and make sure everything's going okay. Goodbye, Mr. Golem. I need to clean that up. Yeah, let's try and get enough materials to get the floor of the Parthenon in. So, yeah, we'll try that. So let me gather some of those materials and I'll be back. And then after we get all those materials gathered, we'll do some upgrades on our tools and things like that. I also just figured out that I need to get mending on my sword. Hopefully I can. Hopefully I haven't maxed it out already. But let me get these materials gathered and then we'll meet back up and come up with a game plan. And boy, did we gather some materials. Let me tell you what, it was too many days just gathering sand. Do you know, like, okay, so gathering sand is like oddly satisfying, but only for a little bit. So you see there at the left, on the left, bottom left hand corner of the screen, you see those 4 shulker boxes? That's a third of how much sand I gathered. I had to gather 12 shulker boxes. Sorry, I couldn't do the math for a second. I gathered 12 shulker boxes of sand. 12. You know how long that took me? That took me forever. Like, it was okay. I did it for a little bit, but man, it was rough. And then to top it all off, even after I gathered all this sand, mind you, 12 shulker boxes full of sand, that was just for glass. So you know what I had to do with the 12 shulker boxes full of sand that I gathered? I had to take it back to the base and I had to smelt it. Do you know how long it took for 12 shulker boxes full of sand to smelt? Not to mention, I had to go get fuel. I had to go mine for coal. I had to go caving for coal because I didn't have enough fuel to smelt 12 shulker boxes full of sand. I built a new super smelter on the backside of the house because it was taking so long. And then, because I decided I wanted to make it white glass, I had to go hunt down a bunch of skeletons because I didn't have enough bones to make all the white dye that I needed. So I guess if you want to make a build spawn proof, you could always do it with glass. But after this, I would not recommend it because it was a grind to gather this much material. But like I said, it's Minecraft. You gotta embrace the grind. It was oddly satisfying to an extent, but it was rough. I had to go. I went through like 3 shovels doing this. 3 shovels. I didn't know I had 3 shovels. I knew I had 2, but man, 12 shulker boxes full of sand, and then I had to smelt it all down to glass. That was fun. And then I had to mine a whole bunch of warped trees because my favorite color is blue, and I thought, you know, it'd be a good idea. Yeah, let's use some of these warped stems, some of this warped fungus block. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it, the blue stuff. That the leaves of the warped trees. Yeah, those. So I'm using those in the floor of the build. All that's gonna go underneath the glass. Oh, look at the glow squid. Huh. I need to gather some more of those because I think their glow sacks are really cool, and it's awesome to put them on signs. It's a lot of fun. But I spent a very long time gathering warped wood. I think I had to get like 8 stacks of logs, and I'm pretty sure it was almost 20 some stacks of the what is that called? I'm gonna call it leaves, but I'm pretty sure it's like warped fungus block or something like that. I know it's not crimson because crimson is the red one. So yeah, I got that going for me, I guess. But yeah, this took me. This resource grind was intense. I think I show you the day count of how long we've been gathering materials, and that's not even the final day count because I forgot to gather like half of the materials when we start talking about it. It was stupid the amount of materials that this build needed, and that's just for the base of this thing. That's not even for the whole build. Not even for the whole build. That's just for the bottom of it. It's not even the bottom half. It's like the bottom 1/4. Oh, and then we go back to the desert because ya boy forgot I was gonna need green dye. Actually, I didn't even need the green dye. I needed green dye to make cyan dye because I decided to use cyan carpet or cyan wool, and I only had 1 cyan sheep, so I had to go back to the desert where we just got back from. I'm literally taking out all the cactuses where I just mined. I gathered all the cactuses within like 100 block radius of the portal, I swear. It was ridiculous. There's so many. I came back with like 6 stacks of cactuses to make the cyan dye because I decided I was gonna re-dye all 16 sheep to cyan so I could get the wool faster. But then I forgot that I had to shear the sheep to put down what color wool I had there and then wait for the wool to grow back. And then once the wool grew back, I then dyed them cyan. So that I had to wait a while on that. And then I got the bright idea to just take all the quartz that we got while mining for ancient debris, and I was going to break it down and turn that into all the quartz blocks that I was ever going to need, because silly me, I thought that was going to be a thing. I was like, no, this will give me plenty of quartz. You're going to find out shortly I was wrong. I did not get enough quartz at all. So then we had to do some other things in order to try and get quartz. But I think I got like, I don't know. I think I put down 4 stacks of quartz ore, and I got maybe like 10 stacks of like actual quartz. I didn't want to use it all because I use a lot of like quartz for observers and things. But then we decided it was a good idea to finally finish setting up the villagers. So here I am making some mine carts to take down there so we can get everything ready. And then luckily the villager breeder was overflowing because I had neglected them for so long. They were basically dying every time one came in because of entity cramming. So I had 2 stone gutters. I decided that was not going to be enough. So what we did was we made 8 more. I think we made 8 more. So we got like 10 in total, and then I ended up making even more because it wasn't enough. And then we got the pleasure of dealing with villagers and trying to get them in. So luckily I do need bricks for this build. So while I was upgrading them, I was getting bricks. So for the roof, we're putting bricks on. And so every time I tried to level them up in order to get to the quartz, because the quartz is the last trade, I was trading for bricks. So that was a pleasant pleasant surprise. But I ran out of emeralds, so I had to craft up some more melons and then trade with the farmers to get more emeralds to get rid of my pumpkins and melons. And then I'd take those emeralds and I'd do the quartz blocks. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a very, very, very long grind. And in case you didn't know, villagers only refresh their trades twice a day. So I was only able to get like a few stacks of blocks every so often, like twice a day. It was a very long and drawn out process. But then I decided, since I had time to kill, I was just gonna go ahead and finish setting up the villagers. So I went downstairs to the other floor that I had made that had just been sitting empty and started setting up more stalls. After we got those stalls done, that's when I started getting really frustrated with the villagers because they did not want to cooperate. But I decided to decorate a little bit, polished andesite, and then I made more farmers because I was running out of trades up top, and I wasn't getting enough emeralds to keep up with the supply. This guy, he decided not to trade me pumpkins, so we had to do something with him. And then we got more down here. You see I made some fisherman villagers. We got those, we cured them, get the trades down. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Alright guys, we have done a lot of resource gathering. It is currently day 427, so we have been at this for a very, very long time. You saw in the time lapse that I was doing some things with villagers. Let me go ahead and show you what I was doing down there. So basically, I wasn't gonna have nearly enough quartz, so I did some expansion on the stonemasons so I could get more quartz. I fixed the one guy that was having problems with his trade, so now he resets every time. And then we also got some stuff down here. I went ahead and put in more farmers so I could trade more pumpkins, and I cured them as you saw. And I also got fishermen because I can trade the raw cod that we got from the Guardian farm out there. Which, by the way, I'm gonna have to AFK at that thing because I need more sea lanterns. So yeah, I will meet you guys right out there, and let's get this thing started. We got enough materials to get the base in, but that is all we have enough for because I don't have enough to do the roof. I'm gonna need a lot of iron for some trapdoors, I think. I'm gonna need some birch wood. I'm gonna need some more quartz. I'm gonna need lots of sea lanterns. We need lots of bricks. Whew. Grind never stops here with this thing. This is a big project to take on, but I think we can finish it before day 500. That's the goal at least, and then we'll get out another I survived so many days in hardcore Minecraft video. So yeah, let's kick this off, and I will see you guys here in a second. Well, guys, we did it. Sorry this episode was kind of meh. There's a lot of time lapses, but this resource grind was insane. We are on day 444. It took us almost 50 days. 50 days to gather all the resources and build this thing, and we're not even done. I still don't even have all the resources for this yet, so it's gonna be actually really tight to get this thing done before day 500, but we're gonna try. Hopefully it doesn't happen next episode. Maybe a couple more. We'll see how many days it takes me to get all this together. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out, and don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content so far. And I appreciate everybody hanging out with me this week, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week. I'll see you on Friday. Bye.